Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham briefing for Sunday, the 1st of September, 2024. I'm going to start off with a look at the Worlds. They've just finished. So in the 18-metre class, we've got 11th Ian MacArthur and 19th Pete Harvey. So well done to them. For the 20-metre class, we've got Jones and Coppin lying 7th overall. And in the open class, Russell Cheatham 8th and Tim Jenkinson 14th. And if we have a quick look at the team ratings, the Team Cup, Great Britain came 6th overall. So the results for the Worlds. So let's move on to the normal sort of daily briefing. Just before we go into that, Sam Cool is hosting drinks in the club bar this evening before departing for TUI and a career in commercial aviation. Club members are invited to come along. You're most welcome to join in, enjoy a drink, and wish him well for the future. So we'll start with the synoptic, and here's lunchtime yesterday. And we can see this weak, warm front lying along the south coast. It was given us yesterday's weather. If we run that forward to midnight last night, it's moved north a little bit. And there's a couple of troughs there behind it, giving sort of thundery weather in northern France. And if we run that through to lunchtime today, we can see this frontal systems move even further north. There's a trough lying to the north of us and a trough lying to the sort of southwest of us. And that's giving a lot of thundery weather and some rain in northern and sort of northwestern France at the moment, and out across the channel. If we run that through to midnight tonight, the trough is basically over the top of us, and into tomorrow it's all looking a bit messy for Monday. Looking at the sat pic then, this is the European picture. And you can see most of the UK south of Aberdeen is basically covered in cloud. But you can see some of the darker patches. This is out over the channel at the moment. And this is what's providing the heavy showers and thunderstorms there. So looking at the rain radar, you can see that rain is out over the middle of the channel at the moment. And there's one or two showers have already gone past us to the east as well. And looking at the forecast, if we run this through, we can see that most of that rain, we think, is going to go to the west of us. I don't think we're going to be too affected by that. And as we run through into the evening, there's a bit of a glitch in the forecast here. But it sort of jumps around a bit, just around about there, around about 7 o'clock this evening. So I'm not quite sure they've got the numbers right on this. They're maybe not running the right numbers for this forecast. But anyway, let's move on. Odium, they're currently 010, 4 knots. It's a light and sort of almost northerly flow. 7 kilometers with sort of mist, overcast at 400 feet with a temperature of 16 dew point 15. And if we look at Farnborough, they're not too dissimilar. 360 sort of veering to 070 or variable between the two directions there. 8 kilometers viz, overcast 800 feet, temperature 18 dew point 16. And their outlook for the rest of the day, 0608 knots, 7 kilometers, broken at 700 feet, and then becoming by about 11 o'clock this morning, greater than 10k visibility, scattered at 2000, but then temporarily up until about 4 o'clock this afternoon local, down to 6 kilometers in showers and rain, and a 30% chance that by 4 o'clock down to 3 kilometers in heavy thunderstorms and rain. So they are actually forecasting the thunderstorms in this area. Looking at spot winds then, 1,000-foot winds to the north of us, 080, 10 knots, that's pretty much easterly. To the south, 070, 20 knots. And if we look at windy, the local wind here at 12 o'clock on the surface is 7 knots easterly. But interestingly, if we look at the wind at altitude, it quite rapidly goes round to southerly, and that's what's going to bring us the weather that's in France and across the Channel at the moment. So the local weather forecast has got a yellow warning for thunderstorms. How valid that is going to be, we'll have to wait and see. But they're showing certainly cloud cover throughout the day, with maybe the sun breaking through in the morning and late afternoon again. Temperatures rising to about 22 centigrade maximum, with the winds east-northeasterly or northeasterly throughout the best part of the day on the surface. Gusting not going to be a problem today. It's slackening off as the day goes on. GFS are showing a temperature of about 23 in the local area, with a dew point down around about 18. And looking at the local weather station here, we'll start with the winds. Most recently about 9 knots, gusting 14, and northeasterly towards northerly. The temperature, we've got 16.4 and 14.6, so not a very big split there. And if we look out the window, you can see that the low cloud is quite uniform and quite low. Visibility is quite poor, but that should clear up, we hope, by about 11 o'clock. We should be out there flying. Sky sight then, I've not looked at the potential flight distance, but I've done a spot forecast here for Lasham, and they're showing potential thermals throughout the day, with a lot of top cover to begin with, and medium level cover around about lunchtime, but then breaking up this afternoon with a little bit of sunshine getting to the ground, and then a bit of convection. With a possible the thermal strengths at about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, up to about 4,000 feet. But of course, if it does start to convect, it may well develop into QNIMs as per the other forecasts. I'd like to run this one through hour by hour. We're at 9 o'clock at the moment, there's 10 o'clock, and you can see that cloud base is going up, and we are getting cumulus. But then when we get towards the late afternoon, you see there's thunderstorms coming into the area around about 3 o'clock, 3:30, and maybe into 4 o'clock. They're going to be all around about this area, according to SkySight. And if we look at top meteo, again, I've not looked at the potential flight distance, but we will run the thermal predictions through. And there's very little happening until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we start to get some thermals and cumulus forming. And by about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they're also forecasting thunderstorms in this area. So moving on then to NOTAMs, I'm just going to do the couple that are local to us. 18 is the usual Barton Stacey live firing. 21 is the Uphaven phone number change, and that anybody's going to be going anywhere further than that today. So let's move on to the airfield briefing then. And we'll start with the Odium cross section. It looks a bit messy here, and we are going to have some low cloud throughout most of the day, perhaps maximum cloud base of about 2,000 feet. But there's also embedded in that lots of cumulus, large cumulus CBs later in the afternoon, which may give us the thunderstorms that have been forecast. The winds for the cross section are 04005070, basically going round towards easterly throughout the day. So if you look at the website, you'll see this is what the booking list looks like. There's plenty of single seats available, and that basically equates to there's a geodiscus on campus flying. There's 2 K21s booked on book flying, a K21 on the casual list, 2 K21s booked by club members. There's 1 K13 booked out to the trial lessons, but that's been cancelled. And of course, there's 2 K21s and 2 K13s free. And of course, most of the single seaters there have got availability. I think bar SH8 this afternoon, which is as an afternoon booking. There's 1 member on the casual list, and we will need an instructor, if you please. The sim is also available as per normal. It was working well yesterday, and anybody needs to use it, make use of it whilst the weather's poor. Movements today. There's a scheduled 1300 local 737 departing, and it's 1600 local and a 321 departing. I've not had absolute confirmation of that yet from 2XL, but it's definitely in the bookings. So we're set up on 09 for the dry operation. I'd like to moderate easterly, northeasterly winds to start with, and that they'll be calming down throughout the day. A bit of low cloud to begin with, and then possible thunderstorms late afternoon. A reminder about buggies, seated passengers only, not on the flatbed at the rear, please. We're not insured for it. And please do not land or taxi at high speed on the unusable parts of 1634 or 0523, which are the disused runways to the south of the main 2709 runway. And just as a reminder then, there's places still available for our Boeings, 1 place on week 1 and 3 places on week 3. Here's your pictorial representation of the airfield setup today, launch point vehicle at the usual place on 09, with winch launching to the south on the grass, club area towing off the hard, and I very much doubt there's going to be any grid requirement today, but if there is, out to the north there. That's it from me. Hope you have a good day's flying. Hope you enjoy yourselves, and please keep it safe. See you out there. Bye.